Hey Gauchos, and welcome to another episode of GauchoTV. This is Marv coming to you live from inside my bathroom. This week I figured we'd do a week on health and beauty. Why not? Huh? It's summertime, it's time to feel pretty. Now, first off, not going to kick off with a top 5 this week. I found something better than a top 5. Check out this link over here. And you can see Consumerist did the top 28 worst ideas to save money, and it's a hysterical list, and people have been adding stuff in the comments. Very funny, so go check that out. It's stuff on there is like cheap kitty litter, which if you've got a cat, you know you should never, ever get the cheap kitty litter. And there was reusing paper towels by rinsing them out and drying them over a gas stove. Bad idea. Anyway, all right, so we'll move on to this week's health and beauty. I'm coming to you live from my bathroom and mostly naked, partially naked, not just as an attempt to gain more viewers, which I'm sure it will have that effect, but also because I haven't done a product review in a while. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you know last week I was talking about I found a new moisturizer, and as a guy, I don't moisturize enough, and so I was going to make an effort to, and I was at the grocery store and ran across the new Vaseline Men. Grabbed the extra strength body and face lotion, brought it home, and I've been using it for about 4 days now, and I am loving it. And I did a little online research about it to see what other people were saying, and the overwhelming response is very positive. Looks like Bazillions, a site that does reviews, product reviews by regular people, gave it a 4.4 out of 5, 20 reviews, a lot of 5-star reviews in there. And after this is from Vaseline's own site. After a swim or hot shower, it can take up to 8 hours for your skin to rehydrate. Now, I have been getting dry even though it's summertime, so I figured I would start doing this. Now, normally my hands are really calloused from lifting weights because I lift weights. It's no big deal. I know you're impressed, but so I've been using this, and so I figured I would apply it and give you my own review. It does not take a lot, and I just do kind of the top half. Everything else is pretty well moisturized, if you get my meaning. Probably don't want to discuss that any further. Mostly I'm worried about, particularly in the Texas heat, since I'm in Austin, I worry about my sun damage to the face area. Now, this doesn't have any sunscreen in it, but it does smell really good, and a lot of people who commented on it commented about how good it smells. It's a very, to me it smells like dad cologne, if that makes any sense. Like every time I smell it, I just think, that smells like cologne a dad would wear, but in a kind of hip, ironic way. And even if you don't like it, it wears off after an hour or so, so not that big of a deal. Now, obviously, here on the screen in 640 by 480 and on the internet, you're not going to tell how much more moist I am. But let me tell you what, I've gone from post-shower desert dry to Duncan Hines cake mix. Pretty moist. So, that is the Vaseline Men's. If you are a fella or a lady who doesn't mind smelling like a fella, or a lady who has a fella who is rough and dry and you want to smooth them out a bit in a very metrosexual way, this would be a great product to pick up. I got it at Target, around $4 a bottle, which is a little more than some of the other moisturizers, certainly more than standard Vaseline intensive care lotion, but it's worth it for the smell, absorbs quickly, not greasy. I like. I'm already kind of feeling like, there you go, moist, not weird, not sticky. And this is great because I also, there was a NPR report just this week that more men are using these type of products, moisturizers, body washes, getting away from dry bar soaps. The age of the dry and scaly man is over, I'm afraid. Sorry, all of you lumberjacks who watch GauchoTV and deadliest catch fishermen, I guess. Anyway, that's it for the product review. Now more GauchoTV. Alright everybody, so if you're a regular viewer, you know if you watched last week I was really sick, and I kind of stayed sick throughout the week, so I went and saw the doctor yesterday, actually, and he's, gave me a prescription for some antibiotics, said it was just a really bad chest cold, lasted a few days, whatever, it's no big deal. But when he was looking over my chart, he did say one thing. He said, wow, you've put on like 20 pounds since a year ago. And it had been a year since my checkup, and sure enough, I had put on 20 pounds, which would explain why all of my loose-fitting jeans are now my tight-fitting jeans. So, I figured, since this was the health and beauty episode of Gaucho TV, that we would focus on health, specifically me losing some weight, like the 20 pounds I put on in the last year. Now, it took me, put that weight on over a long period of time. I want to take it off in a much shorter amount of time. So I've set a very high but pretty realistic goal. It's doable, and that is by November 17 to lose 36 pounds from the date of this episode until then. So the last time I lost a bunch of weight, I used an online tool that's still available. It's free. It's totally cool. It's worth checking out if you're looking for a good way to track your stuff online, because there's a ton of these. If you put on online calorie tracker, body mass index, you do these searches and you'll find all kinds of options. But this is one that worked for me. It was Trainio.com, and I set up an account on it. So I've set up a new account, so you can follow me on it. It's gauchomarv.trainio.com. You can follow my progress. I'll be updating stuff there. I'll also connect it with Twitter, so you can follow that on the Twitter or on Trainio. And hopefully over the next basically 4 months, I'm going to try and lose 36 pounds. If I lose 20 pounds, that would be great. If I lose 36 pounds, that would be ideal, and I would still actually technically be overweight, but only by like the most stringent standards. I look pretty good at 200 pounds. At 236, it's a little bigger than I want to be. So that's what we're going to do for this project. So check out Trainio, and you can see here it tracks calories and meals. You can put all kinds of information in. It's great. It gives you a little bar graph so you can chart your weight loss and kind of keep track of how things are progressing. So that, on top of adding back my cardio workouts that I used to be doing 5 days a week, on top of when I would go lift weights. So I'll get back to that schedule and see how the next 16 weeks go, and hopefully you'll come on this journey with me, and I'll do periodic updates right here on episodes of Gaucho TV. And that is it for this week's episode. If you have some ideas or weight loss tips or health and beauty tips or products you think I should review, or any ideas in general, put them right here on the Gaucho blog in the comments section, or you can send them to me on Twitter. Either way, that's it for this week's episode. I'll see you next time right here on Gaucho TV.